Hi, group number twos. Welcome to this week's reading. This week we are doing a spread called I'm Fucking Perfect, which means you. You're fucking perfect. It's a reading for when you need to tell yourself that you are amazing. So, this is the card that drew you guys in today. It's a sad deer head and a kitty cat watching him cry. So maybe you guys really do need this pick-me-up today. So, if you guys are the deer head, maybe you feel trapped. And if you guys are the kitty cat, then maybe you feel like you're watching something happen and you can't do anything about it. So, the deck that I'm using today is my Ethereal Visions deck. This deck is one of my divine connections. So this reading is really going to be getting compliments and pep talks and love from your divine counterparts. So whoever you work with, whether that's a deity or you're Christian or you're just somebody who's exploring your own spirituality and you don't really have like a specific person, this is just the universe, like whatever you guys subscribe to. This is that positive divine force speaking through the cards to you to give you a pep talk about why you're fucking perfect. Okay? So, guides of my group number twos, would you please give me 6 cards to tell my group number twos how fucking perfect they are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, please. Ooh, that one. This one. There we go. Thank you, guys of group number 2. So, I will tell you what each card means as we get into it. Let's do it. So, my group number my group number twos. Your first card is the reason that I like you, which is the reason your divine counterpart likes you, or your deity, or whoever you subscribe to. The reason why they like you. And you guys have the 3 of Swords. Ooh. Now, the 3 of Swords is normally a negative card. It kind of talks about grief and sadness and tough times. But since this reading is specifically with the intent of pumping you guys up, I think this deity is saying they like you because you're indestructible. You have gone through some fucking shit and you have come out the other side alive, hopefully thriving. If not thriving, getting there. Your guys are saying you're an indestructible force and they like you because you do not give up. You do not give up. You do not let anything take you down. Even though it may take you down for a season, you come back. You always come back. You always come back stronger. You always come back fighting. You always come back. You get back up. Like Spider-Man, you always get back up. No matter how hard you've been hit. And that's why they like you. Because you're really proving, not that you need to prove anything to anyone, even the divine, but you're proving to them that you are an amazing creation. They're just so impressed with you. They're so impressed with how you've done. They're so proud of you. So the next card we have is Something Beautiful About You. And the card that you guys have here is the Well. Oh, I love this. This card is actually a very unique one to this deck. It's an extra major arcana. And this card talks about the well of human creativity. It talks about being a poet and seeing the divine in everything, and being able to pull from the well of beauty and inspiration and creativity. This is like an artist card. So what's beautiful about you is that even though you have gone through some shit, you are still attempting to connect with the well, connect with the divine, connect with creativity and beauty and love and inspiration, and you inspire other people by doing this. You are an inspiration. You are, if you are this deer head, even though you're crying, you're a beautiful thing to behold. Do you know what I mean? Like, even in your suffering, you have pulled out beauty. And that's so impressive and so brave of you to look for the beauty and the love in every situation. And that's incredible. That's really hard to do. That's a thing people spend years attempting to do in therapy and things like that. And if you're somebody who does that naturally, holy fuck, dude. Yeah, so that's a beautiful thing about you. You are in constant desire of connection with the divine, and you are always looking for their light in the world. And that's fucking gorgeous. So the next card, number 3, this is something that makes you unique. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. Wow. So the 5 of Pentacles is another card that you would normally perceive as negative, because it talks about a lack of something. But this card in particular has a very beautiful image of a mother holding their child. And the child looks so peaceful and safe in the midst of whatever the mother is going through, that I feel what makes you unique is your ability to meet people where they are. You are able to see people where they are, in the pain that they exist in, perhaps because of all the pain you have experienced. You are able to see others' pain and meet them where they are, because you know how that is. You have this innate ability to connect with other people. Maybe you are somebody who strangers come up to you and just like tell you all their problems. And it's because you have this knowledge of what it is to lack. This knowledge of what it is to be without. And because of that, you are able to comfort people where they are, to inspire people where they are, even if it's just, hey, you got through today. Like, sometimes that's all people need to hear, you know? And you have that unique ability, and that's amazing, and the world needs it so bad right now. So our next card talks about why you think you aren't perfect. So this is your saboteur, your inner saboteur, and we have the Queen of Swords. This is fun. So you might think of yourself that you're a cold-hearted bitch. At least that's immediately what I heard. But you're not. You're really not. You might give off this persona that you are unapproachable or uncaring or, yeah, fuck the world, whatever. But your guys are saying you're really not. Like, this is your hard exterior. of yourself. Maybe sometimes you don't like this about yourself, and sometimes you do like this about yourself, but this is your hard exterior that you show most everybody. The harsh, cutting words, the bluntness, the tough exterior, the I don't give a fuck what everybody else thinks person that you present to the world. That's why you think you're not perfect. Maybe you wish you were gentler. But based on all this that I'm seeing, there's like a super tender heart under there. That wall was built because of trauma that you've suffered, and it's totally understandable, but you're closer to working through it than you think you are, is what I'm hearing. So, our next card talks about something you could do to help you with self-love. So this is how we're going to love ourselves. And the card we have here is the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh. This is an interesting card to have here. I think it's talking about a need to see ourselves as abundant. Even though you've had shit tons of awful things happen to you in your life, maybe. You need to see yourself as someone who is rich. That might be like an uncomfortable and not very helpful message for some people who are actually in the financial issue. But I think what it's talking about is, so I recently watched The Fall of Usher, which I thought was fantastic, by the way. But it talks about how this really rich family, this billionaire family, they all end up dying. It's a horror thing, so if you're not into horror, like, don't watch it. But it talks about how this billionaire family falls. How they all fall from power and they all die. And the one person in it that's not a part of the family, who's a main character, is this detective who's been trying to take down this family forever. And he realizes through the course of this monarch telling this story that this monarch really didn't have anything. This rich guy really didn't, like, he had all the riches he could want. But actual love, actual support, actual people who cared, people who he could talk to, love within his heart, care for other people, he didn't have any of that. He didn't have a real person to go home to. He didn't have children who actually loved him. They only loved his money. And at the end of the whole thing, the detective is talking to this man's grave, and he says, well, I'm the richest man in the world because I get to go home now to my children who love me, and my grandchildren who love me, and my husband who loves me. Like, they got riches from the love of everybody they cared about. And I think that's what this card is talking about. You could possibly be the richest person in the world if you saw your riches in the love of others, if you saw your riches in how you've helped others, if you saw your riches in how you've changed your world for you, things like that. So it's a change in perspective. Yeah. And last but not least, we have 6. This is a compliment from your guides. So this is a compliment from the divine. Oh, and we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah. So if this is your hard exterior, this is your soft, squishy interior. And your guides are like, you're not this. You're this. You are this kind, loving, strong and sophisticated person who loves and cherishes other people. The Queen of Cups really is one of the epitome cards of motherhood, of care and affection. And yeah, you are a beautiful heart. You're a beautiful heart, is what your guides are saying. So, the last couple of things I'm going to do for you guys is I have my Garden Dragons Oracle and my Fairy Wisdom Oracle. Let's start with Fairy Wisdom Oracle for this group. We're going to get one card from the Fairy Wisdom Oracle and one card from my Dragons just to shove you guys off with a bunch of positivity. So, Divine Connections of group number 2, would you please give me one final message for my group number 2s and how they really embody turning rags to riches, hardship to joy. Thank you. So the card you guys got here is card number 6, Forget Me Not. So I'm going to read this to you out of the book. Card number 6, Forget Me Not. Focus. Card number 6, Forget Me Not. Keyword: departures. As you move along your path in life, there may be experiences and people that you leave along the way. No matter what sorrow this may bring, always look for the gift that they have given you. There is a gift within everything that comes your way, and it is up to you to allow this gift to be recognized for what it is. Some partings feel sad, some are a relief, and some are jealous. One thing that is for certain, all things change continually, so learn to go with the flow. Sometimes people have to leave so that you or they can grow. Sometimes they come back, and sometimes they do not. Ask the fairies to help you with your feelings in order to move forward. Life is a continuous and non-ending. One does not move into another city and stop existing just because you no longer can see them. So it is with passing from this earth plane. Life continues, but we here on earth cannot see that life in the form we are used to. Without change, there is no growth, and our souls become stagnant. Accept the change and the departures as part of life's continuance. Life is evolving as it should. Just be calm and relax and think what it is you wish to tell them. The angels, guides, and elements will help you deliver your message. Yeah, I think that's it for that card. So, the last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to pull you a Garden Dragons Oracle, and that will be the end of our reading. So, here we go. Divine counterparts of group number 2, would you please give us one card to finish off this reading for my group number 2s? No, that's too many. Oh, that one. Flew right out of there. So, the card you guys have is Garlic Dragon. Boundaries. Boundaries. So, let me read this one to you out of the book, and then we will be good. So, Garlic Dragon, where are you? Here he is. Garlic Dragon, keyword: boundaries. For Garlic Dragon to show up, you must ask yourself where you are not respecting boundaries. These could be your own boundaries, where you are allowing others to take advantage of you. You might also review your own actions to see if you have inadvertently crossed someone else's limits. If there seems to be a pungent smell within an existing relationship, it could be that one or both have disrespected the expressed parameters of that friendship. Use caution here. Okay, so a little bit of mourning and change, but overall, you guys are dope. Your guides love you. So, they just want you to keep going with your own evolution. So, thank you for joining me, group number ones. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys have a blessed everything. I will see you on the next reading. This was Pan. Bye, you guys.